Okay, take two. All right. Whoi. Alrighty. Now that's fixed. Let's get back to painting. Hopefully we'll actually, it'll not crash. Alright. That's taken care of. There we go. Oh, good lord. Alrighty. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened the first time around. Just OBS decided to crash, so um, I was looking at my modem and my internet, and it was saying that it was transmitting, and it was saying that it was transmitting internet, but it definitely was not. So, my apologies for that. In the meantime, let's get this one going. Run like me, I'm the last of my kind. Up in the back road, baby, you better survive. There's nothing to be for season. We better not try. You never seen another like me. I'm the last of my kind. Yeah, yeah. 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 I'm the last of my kind. Trying to find another just like me. You'll be looking for a real long time. Yeah, yeah, I'm the last of my kind. Son of a bitch looks through my eyes. Now it's fine to safety. Soon as gotta fight. to my kind. Yeah, yeah, lost to my kind. Yeah, lost to my kind. Try to find another just like me. You'll be looking for a real long time. Yeah, yeah, I'm the last of my kind. We got the bifurcated skull of the Mechanicus. Singing and dancing, bid farewell to friends, and it's row me bully boys row. Singing away in the roughest of waters, row me bully boys row. Now returned in the most royal quarters, and row me bully boys row. Let's row me bully boys, we're in a hurry boys, we got a long way to go. We'll sing and we'll dance and bid farewell to France, and it's row me bully boys row. And we feast on pheasant by the flock, row me bully boys row. It's a long, long way from the gruel of the stocks, and it's row me bully boys row. And it's row me bully boys, we're in a hurry boys, we got a long way to go. And singing we'll dance and bid farewell to France, and it's a row me bully boys row. of whiskey for every man. Row me bully boys row. A barrel of rum for the shanty man. It's row me bully boys row. It's row me bully boys, we're in a hurry boys, we got a long way to go. And we'll sing and we'll dance and bid farewell to France, and it's row me bully boys row. We sail away in the roughest of waters, row me bully boys row. Now we return in the mirth of your daughters, row me bully boys row. And it's row me bully boys, we're in a hurry boys, we got a long way to go. We'll sing and we'll dance and bid farewell to France, and it's row me bully boys row. Row me bully boys, we're in a hurry boys, we've got a long way to go. And we'll sing and we'll dance and bid farewell to France, and it's row me bully boys row. Now, it's all right, Johnny. I was having technical difficulties. So, you're not late at all. As a matter of fact, you're fashionable, as always. But the only thing really you've missed is, if you want to call it missed, is I finished the Skull Mechanicum. That's what I've gotten so far. Yeah, I freehanded that. If I can get it to focus a little bit. Come on, get it focused. There we go. I just have to do the little red laser eye, but I like it so far. I liked how it turned out. It was a tough freehand. I was I was sweating a little bit with that one. It focused long enough for me to see. There you go. Get the console. Painter the machine spirits are happy again. Yeah, I had to reset the router and everything. Not enough paint on that one. But I'm glad you're joining me, Johnny. This week has been woof. Second verse, same as the first, a little bit louder and a little bit worse. this week was caught up with me today. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. I really am. Hopefully you did get some sleep. Yeah, this week was a little bit trash. Spent last mid evening asleep. Oh no, I'm sorry, Johnny. Yeah, dude, I struggle when it comes to sleep, which is why they're scheduling me to get a CPAP. They think I have sleep apnea, and I have. It looks like they're gonna get me that sleep CPAP to test it out. I'm just glad they're finally doing something about it instead of being like, "Oh man, that sucks." Messed up sleep. It's pretty much business as usual here. Yeah, but that's not. It's not. I don't like it when my friends are suffering the way in that kind of a setting. You could be, yeah. What can you do, boobala? You channel your inner. You know, you, obviously channeling your inner old grandmother, old Yiddish grandmother is great. Don't worry, boobala, it's fine. That's great, but realistically, I'm not saying it's good or fun, but what can you do exactly? Life goes on. Yes, life does go on. Life goes on, but that doesn't mean that you're powerless. We're gonna. By the way, I blame you. I managed to get my painting mojo back online. Watching your stuff makes me want to get my stuff painted. Well, I'm glad I'm motivating. Heaven forbid that actually happens. Heaven forbid I allow people to feel empowered. But honestly, man, you got a lot of decent painting going on. Go fig, yeah, no kidding. You do a lot of great mini painting, my guy. Like you shouldn't you shouldn't be ashamed to celebrate that. Like you paint better than me, my dude. I've got a lot of stuff that's partially painted, and despite pushing into some new stuff, I'm actually trying to get a lot of my backlog chunked through. I mean, dude, I mean, I could show you my backlog. It's actually quite embarrassing. But you and I have been in the hobby for quite a long time, so kind of comes with the territory. did you go? Damn. All right, well. I found it. Holy crap. That one went far. Luckily, my time for spelunking. No, no spelunking needed. I got it. I'll brush off the dust in the pet hair. Yeah, I've got a German Shedder sleeping back there. Whew. Luckily, he's not a long-haired German Shedder. Otherwise, I'd have to buy vacuum cleaners every other week. He almost killed our the one I bought 2 months ago. And yes, I said German Shedder, not Shepherd. You can thank my wife for that joke. She told me that I lost it. Yeah, I got that. Hence the ha. Oh no, I said it. I said it during one of my talking about pets during with one of my airmen. He's like, "Sir, do you mean shepherd, not shedder?" I was like, "No, I mean shedder." I think tomorrow I'm gonna work on some near finished stuff. Oh, that's always good. Getting that off the bucket list is always good. All right. All right. Yeah. After this week was this week and this weekend. It was brutal in the sense of like just admin wise. Lots of admin done, and we're in the final dead sprint of EPB season, which is like it's the enlisted performance brief for airmen, senior airmen. And for those of you that don't know what that is, basically throughout the entire year you're being evaluated. Um, and for senior airmen, you are test eligible for staff sergeant. Now, some senior airmen they just sewed on, so they can capture literally everything that happened throughout basic all the way to um, the end of March 31st of this year. Um, the and you have, and I think I've spoken about this, but you have four main points, four main categories that you are graded on: executing the mission, uh, uh, leading leading people, improving the unit, and then managing resources. It's not in that order. Well, executing the missions first. I think it's leading people, then managing resources, then improving the unit, and then you have the commander statement. So, and it's you could put it basically like two, three sentences, and basically it's 10 bullets, quote unquote. And what you do is you're capturing metric data, how much you've done for the Air Force, yada yada yada. Um, and it's a struggle sometimes because, particularly with security forces, you can't capture stuff that didn't happen. I mean, you can, but you can't. A lot of it's assumed. And one of the biggest issues that I have with the EPB system, even though it's vastly superior to the older systems of rating, oh my God, super vastly superior, um, is again, you cannot necessarily quantify what never happened. So, with security forces, right, we're military police, and um, you, if your airmen are standing at a gate and nothing happens, well, that's a good day. Number one. Number two, they are still doing their job. It's just nothing happened. They just stood their post. Now you can, depending on how you spin it, you could say, well, they've checked X amount, they validated X amount of IDs, and they validated X amount of vehicles coming through the installation throughout the year. Um, and you can say they've protected X amount of assets valued at X amount of billions of dollars or millions of dollars, what have you, and enabled the mission of that particular base. Um, but anyone who's outside of the career field is going to look at that and say, well, they just did their job. They didn't do anything special. And a lot of people that are not in security forces have the opportunity to do stuff that's quote unquote special or sexy, bullet wise, mission wise, all that stuff. For us, we have to wait for something terrible, awful, bad to happen. Someone trying breach the installation and all that stuff. So it was a struggle. It was a struggle to capture how important their work is without making shit up, basically. And it's in our flight particularly, we have um, 29 or 28 airmen that are senior airmen that are eligible for staff sergeant, and it was a slog. It was definitely a slog. So for some, the packages were really easy to write and super easy. For others, it was tough. Um, and so, an EPB season starts basically. Security work is always undervalued until something goes wrong. Then it's suddenly a top priority. I mean, it really is. It's a struggle sometimes to really highlight really hard because I've got some amazing airmen that I work with day in and day out, and that goes for that goes for here at my current base, that goes for Masawa, that went for Altus, that went for Lakenheath, and when I was an airman at Edwards the first time around, I worked with amazing people, real hard chargers, real go-getters, definite door kickers, right? Um, and it's the luck of the draw sometimes, especially if you go to a base that has a very low, I wouldn't say low ops tempo, but low action operation tempo, right? Um, you're not in the front lines, quote unquote, in USAFE, where you're supporting operations in AFRICOM, or you're supporting operations in AFCENT, or you're supporting operations in, or you're helping UN coalition and all that stuff. You're not in PACAF, where you're advancing airmen. We're advancing Air Force doctrine and United States Indo-PACOM relations, all that stuff, right? There's a lot of stateside bases, unless you're working directly in the headquarters units. Um, they're more support role. You know, it's harder to find those quote unquote sexy bullets that everyone talks about. And so this particular cycle was a bit brutal for us. And it's not that I didn't think that my airmen didn't deserve to be recognized. It's just tough when you know we're graded on. Well, did you arrest anybody? Well, no, because everyone behaved themselves. Or, well, oh, you know, did you know, I work in Introtech site reliability. I'm not security focused. My job is to detect incident causing problems before they happen. So when everything's fine, I justify my contributions hard, so I do get it. No, no, and I'm saying that you don't. It's just, yoy. It's harder for airmen, I think, stateside, who are stationed stateside, um, to quantify than it is for the folks that are overseas in like USAFE or PAFAX. But everything worked. You're welcome. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. No. There was a joke a long time ago where there was a what it uh whenever the flight chief would ask, well, how was your day? Oh, I stopped a murder, sir. Oh, yeah. How'd you do that? I just stood there. So it's a little bit of gallows humor when it comes to security forces. But I mean, it's the truth, is that like you have to kind of think outside the box a little bit. There we go. Red, white, and blue. Oh, no, I want gold for that. Be a whole lot richer almost there. Content creation bless. Last. We painting character bases when you spend half your time trying to figure out what the heck the tactical rock is actually supposed to be. I feel that sometimes, particularly when I had the artillery base for the field guns. I'm like, how? What do I want to do with this? I am a little bit non sequitur. I am so excited for the new season of Andor to start April 20th, April 22nd. Oh my god, it's so good. Oh, so good. Oh, well, I wouldn't say non sequitur, but there was definitely some stuff today that I really can't be talking about. But oh my god, it was so good. I'm curious to see where season two goes. Well, from what I understand, it just goes, it just kind of rolls into Rogue One. Now, if they extend it to a third season to roll into Rogue One, I'd be okay with that too. Because I kind of want to see like more of the starting of the rebellion and like a lot of the guerrilla war fighting tactics that they used. Because we kind of need that in my mind. Like, we only really see the rebellion after the after the Battle of Yavin, when they get their feet, you know, when they get their ass handed to them at Hoth. But I really want to see more. Yeah, the original two trilogies, the Rebellion was definitely portrayed as the scrappy underdogs. There wasn't a whole lot of this. There's how the sausage is made. Let them fight the big battles as they did until Rogue One. That is. No, yeah. I want. I really, really want to see like, because again, we see the build up. Like, aside Rebels, Star Wars Rebels, which was a bit of a hit and miss for me. Um, it was a hit in some instances because it brought back Thrawn to the Disney universe, which I appreciated. But it was also a miss because it was, they couched it because it was a kids show. They couldn't go like that full mile to really show the true kind of really scuzzy side of the like of the rebellion because unlike Andor, you see it, you see how ugly it gets, and and I understand that Rebels is supposed to be for the kids and it's supposed to be like this idealism and challenging some of your core beliefs and all that stuff, but like, oh, Andor is just that grit, that dark grittiness that you need in your coffee in the morning. Um, because it's Star Wars. Um, I like it. I like it. I want to see more of it. I really do. I want to see more of it. I would be okay with a third season, but I'm also okay with it just being two seasons. You won't get that argument. You won't get an argument with me on that. Like, don't get me wrong, Rebels was a good series up until a point, and then they got really like fourth dimensional esoteric, which I'm kind of okay with, but at the same time, I'm like, ah. I agree that it was a great take and much more thoughtful, mature take on what on the idea of what the Star Wars universe. I mean, it really was such a good twist of Star Wars, and I think welcomed too. Wasn't heroic pulp fiction like they're used to, but it doesn't. When you're talking about I mean, really, when you're talking about the start of the rebellion, it's not supposed to be hero pulp fiction. It's supposed to be gritty. Like, uh, I kind of akin it to what we saw in the opening stages of the Ukraine war, where it was just chaos. Like, it was just civilians taking up arms and successfully and sometimes humorously fucking up the Russians. Um, but it was that kind of like that super grit, you know, and you saw it like for 1,000 footages of kids throwing Molotovs out of Scooby Doo vans. You saw a few of them that didn't make it, and I think it's that kind of like you didn't see that in the original Star Wars. You didn't see that in the original Star Wars. You saw it kind of in Rebels, sort of. Andor is where it needs to be. Andor is where we see that, hey, this this isn't supposed to be fun, kind of a deal. It's supposed to make you think. But yeah, I'm excited for Andor. I really am. Definitely gonna watch it. Got to finish Dune Prophecy too. Yeah, Lucas Star Wars has always been based on Saturday night movie, Saturday night morning heroic serial framings. It's taken the other writers to be okay, but wait. Here's what's probably going on behind the heroic pulp. Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. I akin it to, um, I akin it to having vegetables, right? You gotta have your vegetables before they if everyone remembers their mom or dad, there's like you gotta have your vegetables before you have your dessert, right? And I think a natural progression of super gritty, kind of the more lifelike side of the conflict, and moving it into the heroic pulp is what it should be, because that's where the idealism comes in, right? And uh, again, I think it was solid. I think Andor was solid. Gotta have your vegetables before you have your Cocoa Puffs. Dang it, where's my Ashton Gray? BRB. All right. I'm horrible. Keep there's three places in my house I do hobby, and then my supplies keep migrating. I probably run into the same issue if my wife didn't have the reins over the house as much as she does. And to be quite honest, she is right. A lot of my stuff, I technically like I'm amorphous. I like mass. I'm like an amoeba. I just stretch out. See, I don't know. Okay, I don't know what. All right, I'm gonna show the chat what I'm kind of debating on. All right, turn that around. See if that will. Okay, this. I don't know what these are. Are they rolls of parchment? Are they switches? One of them snapped off by accident. Because the picture doesn't tell me anything. It looks like switches. It looks like toggles. But it also is like wavy and stuff, like a scroll. And if I go to Games Workshop, right, it doesn't help me. Because if I go to Hydra, there's a picture. I'm going to post it in the chat. Maybe it's printers like printer spools for targeting data. See, that's what I thought. But if you look at the picture, I just posted it in the chat. If you look at the picture, it's gray, and that's the only goddamn reference I have of it. And if you look at the box that I actually bought, it looks gray, and there's no writing on it. And I'm just so confused what I'm going to do with that piece. Like, everything else is done. I'll probably draw like a little, I don't know, I'll probably draw a little fighter in there that they're targeting. I'm just so confuzzled. If it's scrolls of paper, I can do that. That's easy. I'm so confused. Because the color is grayish, but it also could be that bleached bone with the stains and the oils. At the same time, I don't know. See the zoom enhance in general. Okay. It scrolls printing out. Okay, all right. Oh, thank God. I was okay, all right. So it is paper. All right. Holy shit. Paper looks grayish because of the shady recess. The lighting isn't that good. All right, well, I'm so glad it's paper. I was getting very confused because it could have been toggles, right? It could have been like their, toggles throwing up and down and all that stuff. You can see faintly faux text in the thin lines. Okay, all right. All right. Because I could see Games Workshop being like, these are toggles. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not gonna follow that recipe. I'm just gonna paint it white. Um, and maybe stain it a little with some. Um, maybe stain it with some bleached bone, but nothing too fancy. I know. Yeah, use what works with you. I play the figure out the recipe game way too often. I mean, it's great that you do. You have a leg up over other artists. This brush bristle's coming apart. I hate that. It's losing its tip. It's already got a mohawk going. I don't know how that happened. He looks at the curved tip brush he's using. I know nothing. Uh, what's that like? I know nothing you're talking about. That sounds awful. There we go. There we go. He's coming down, I think of falling. No, 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 I think it's safe. Seem to find a road to nowhere. I'm trying to escape. You're battled when I heard thunder, but I'm down to one last breath. And will it let me say, hold me now. I'm 6 feet from the edge, and I'm thinking maybe 6 feet ain't so far down. Think on all of my mistakes. Found the road to somewhere in His grace. Crying out to heaven, save me. But I'm down to one last breath. I'm gonna use a smaller brush for this. Let me say, hold me now. I'm 6 feet from the edge, and I'm thinking maybe 6 feet ain't so far down. Hold me now. Maybe 6 feet ain't so far down. Alright. Let's go cross-eyed. Woo! Hold me now. 6 feet from the edge, and I'm thinking. Johnson bid farewell to France on his row, me bully boys row. Look. All right, there we go. Come on, focus. Come on, focus. Whiskey, whiskey for every man. There you go. A little bit of writing data. Mixing bead and trip to my vortex mixer. Oh no, is it solid? Your daughters row, me believe boys row. Farewell to France, and it's row, me believe boys row. Oh, the scrolls look good. Oh, thank you. No, metallic premium is settled and settled hard. Oh no, I hate that when that happens. There's still plenty of medium. It's just floating over a layer of pigment. Oh, that's always tough. All right. So now, what do I want to do with this heads-up display? I think I know what I want to do. – 20 seconds on the mixer fixes it. Okay. Oh, oh, no, 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 no. Oh, I almost screwed that up. Let me mute that real quick. Whoo. Okay. All right. be scared, don't be shy. Come I don't like that. Got it good, now get inside. There we go. Let's do we go. Take rid of that real quick. All right, let's do. All right, Guacamole. It's going okay. We're paying the Hydra. I'm just looking for like good examples of targeting computers. I think I found one. Oh, neat. Not my favorite guard tank, but it does look fun. I mean, I'm building it because or I'm finishing it because I built it already. Um, I've got two more hydras to do. I want to build I want to build another mana core. The mana core was fun. Um, Plus, it's like once I have everything, because originally I wanted to have three hydras, three mana cores, three basilisks, just to like round out the artillery tank um, units, and then of course I've got plenty of Lehman Russes, and maybe a bunch of Hellhounds, and then Sentinels and whatnot, and that'll be like my armored complement. Ah, oh, the Manticore. Now there's a tank. As impressive as the Manticore is, it's not as impressive as a Basilisk. I don't like how not level that is. That's annoying. I might end up having to do a grid because the one that I want to do a targeting thing is not letting me do what I wanted to do. I don't like that. Damn it. Damn it. There's a vision of the targeting computer in my mind, but I might do the TIE fighter targeting computer. That might be how I have to go about this. That was my guess of what your vision was. I mean, no, so the vision I had was actually the rebel targeting computer, but a little bit different, a little bit more modified. But my hand is not as steady drawing those very angular pieces. Um, and then I thought, well, maybe I'd do the trench run targeting computer, but that's too many lines. And as much as I love doing perspective shots, I'm not that good. And then I thought about maybe doing the Millennium Falcon's targeting computer, but that's more complicated. So I think I'm going to have to do the TIE fighter targeting computer. There were some other examples that I wanted to try, but my hand is not as skilled as I thought it was going to be. I was like, oh, maybe I could pull it off. I cannot, but that's okay. Trying a new method is better than not trying at all. And maybe I just need to work a little bit. Maybe I just need to work a little bit more on finer detail stuff. just going to quickly clean up the repaints real quick. Because ultimately, I mean, an actual like practice the design on a piece of paper first. Yeah, I mean, kind of, sort of. Ultimately, I wanted to do a Gepard's because I mean that's what the Hydra is basically it's a open topped Gepard flak cannon, a flak tank. I wanted to do a flak tank targeting computer, but they didn't really have a good display one. Hold on, flak targeting computer. They show me fire control systems for the Gepard, and it's not, and it's an older Gepard that they're showing me. It's more of an Oswind than a Gepard, but that's not what I want. I don't want a Gepard, or not a fire control system. I actually want the targeting computer in and of itself. All right, well, I'll do TIE Fighter. We'll still do green. But we'll do it in the brackets. And we'll put a little plane, a little red dot plane in the middle. I won't be cheeky about it. I won't make it try and I won't make it fancy, but we go. A little nondescript blip. Aha. Make it crush the stream. You'd either be hunting for Necrons or I made it kind of like nondescript. Like it looks like an amorphous angular shape, almost like a hell drake or maybe a Tyrannid bioform. That's what it looks like right now. I was gonna try and be kind of cool and do a radar return, but um, that is a lot more skill than I have. Because you got to do the shadow and pull it, where the radar return is coming from. So, or where the radar return has been. So you do the shadow, and if it's coming, on a 3D plane, if it's coming down, so north, you have the shadow moving away, almost like a comet tail. If you have a shadow coming south, you have the comet tail going this way. If you have it east or west or all that stuff. Um, but yeah. All right, and we just got one more thing to paint, and we're good to go. All right. Now that's put together. There you have it. And it's on there. I am not gluing the shield because it's finicky by itself. All right. But we're almost done. We're almost done with this. We just got to do the hatchway and then the heavy bolter. go. Go. Alright, I'll be right back. Now, how did that one turn out damn near flawless? But the other one didn't. Riddle me that. How'd that work out? Okay. Can't remember what I did that one. Was it white or was it blue? It was white. Good morning, Hairstone. All right. What a nice shirt. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I like this because it feels nice. It's nice and soft. Clothes must be comfortable. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Makes life more bearable. Certainly in the more day to day drudgery. And how have you been, good sir? Oh, recently awake, but it's all good. Go good. I'll admit I have the hard time shaking the morning sleepies. I'll definitely tell you. Definitely tell you. I'm not a morning person. That's not because I just stay up, all night painting tanks and all that stuff. I just am genuinely not a morning person. Like I'll get up if needs be, but I like to lay in bed for a little bit. 8 o'clock is, I think, you know, if I had my druthers and I could retire tomorrow and not have to work a single day, 8 o'clock would be, well, 8:30 would be my wake up time. There we go. Perfect. I am also not a morning person. Last night I can't sleep fully. Normally I'm fully awake to sleep, so it's a good time. Yeah. I mean, so I was kind of talking about it, but we I got to get up at when I'm working. I have to get up by 2:30 to get out the door and get ready. Armed up, ready for work. Yeah, yeah, 03:45 to arm up and everything, and it takes a toll on you. Like waking up at 2 o'clock, 2:30 in the morning, just hurts. There's no two ways around it. It just sucks. It's for the birds. But unfortunately, I's got bills to pay. And seeing as I was assigned to day shift and that's what I wanted, that's what I got. All right. Now the bolter. How is your wife and kids? And of course, Yark. Yark is asleep. He is sleeping. Caitlin's fine. She's finally got a job. She starts in hopefully April. And then the girls are asleep, but they're fine. You know, just normal, rambunctious, crazy, crazy chillins. You know, that's. Oh my lord. All right, I'm gonna step away and get some more water. I need some. I'm starting to get my throat's starting to get dry, and because me getting tired, I just need more water pumped in me. I really want to finish this Hydra tonight. Just do this last bit of heavy bolter, and then I think I'm done. Well, I'm not done. I gotta get a Hydra crew for this guy, but I'm at least done with the tank. And see, that is why I want to glue it, but at the same time, I don't. Because this piece is fiddly at best, not glued. Does my wife work at the medical section? She is a medic. She used to work in the medical group, but now she's got a job finally with the VA and or the Veterans Administration, and they're gonna set her up with a women's health job, um, which is good because she likes women's health. Or well, she's never worked it officially. I mean, she did the OBGYN um, and the labor and delivery side of it, but not like the actual like women's health side. She did part of it, not the whole not the whole thing. Well, she's a certified LPN, which is a licensed practitioner. Um, it's one step below nurse practitioner. So she struggled to get it to get everything before she left, but once she got it, man, oh man. Drive by thumbs up. Hope well. Yep, everything is well. Everything is well. Thank you, Kit Bash Carnage. Appreciate you. I'm sorry I don't get to see you stream. I really like for some reason you and I just it's like crossing ships in the night. Oh my lord. I so tired? I know why. It's because I didn't really sleep last night. Best thing is rewatch. I tend to do a lot of my works. I tend to do it a lot. My work schedule is crazy sometimes, but I keep it go. I'll start painting when my order arrives. Oh, for the Emperor's Children? Did you get it? Did you get a box? You're gonna have to tell me how the sprue looks and all that stuff. Okay, let me go get that water. Sadly, no, I didn't get one. Oh no! So what did you get? Okay, that's gonna be that. Yeah, that's gonna be green. Brush go. I heard some Jow. I told Johnny yesterday that a friend and I are trading our armies. I make Tau, but I really hate them. I mean, a lot of people don't like the Tau, and not to be a meme. Some people just don't enjoy the old Tau. I mean, the lore is good. I love them. Yeah, no, I mean the lore is good. Just some people don't like the fact that the Tau are the way they are. A lot of people um, think that it goes against the lore, and I understand why they say that. I really do. But in my mind, I think the tower fit right at home at GW in Warhammer. Um, Many hates the lore. That's why. Gee, it's complaining it's high nouveau. No, I hate the railgun campers. No, no. For me, the reason why I'm not really worried about it is because what it is it's showing the natural progression of the Tau and like how they're slipping into like the overall hostility of the 40K universe, and how even a young race like the Tau, who were built on the ideas of the quote unquote greater good, are easily corruptible by what's going on in the universe. They may not necessarily have a massive footprint in the warp, but sooner or later the Tau are going to become just as cynical and just as brutal as every other faction. It's because every other faction is trying to fucking erase them from the face of the galaxy. Now I have to let the texture paint dry before I do anything else. I blame the elves. Commander Flashlight's really falling to corn. I don't know if he is. He's technically resisted Corrin's influence. If you read the Dawnblade series where they talk about the Dawnblade in the book, and it sounds like your boy is doing work. Now that's not to say that as just being Lord and Arthas Moloch tried real hard. No, I know. Um, uh, read the lore book from Ninth Edition. Okay. All right. We get an enclave with an eternal as a main problem. Oh, where's that red? There it is. think that is a done and dusted Hydra. Yeah. And that's what it looks like. Built up proper. And there we go. One tank done and dusted. Looks good, my boy. Yep. And we just need to finish the little parts on this guy. Just the Imperial Eagles, really. And we gotta work on him. Oh, man. But this Hydra is done. I mean, we still have to have the crewman that's sitting, but I can do that one later. Mainly because I don't know if I still have the crewman sprue around. Which is kind of lazy, but oh well. Alright. Oh, I don't know, man. That's like super stereotypical. Like I get it, they are the allegory for like the new upcoming technologically advanced like Asian analog, quote unquote, but I wouldn't unless GW actually made something similar to the you know the shade hat that that a lot of farmers use out in the rice fields. I wouldn't do that. I I think it me personally I think it's poor taste. You know what I mean? But I get what I get like why people draw it that way. There's official artwork showing them with a rice hat? Holy shit, where? I didn't think GW would go that lean into it. Hold on. Tau artwork. Tau watercast. Okay, hold on. I see what you mean. But it's a drone head. It's like a drone. It's like the top of the drone disc. It's not like a literal rice hat. That is wild, though. I could see general. Hold on, hold on. Yeah, but again, it looks like a drone head. It looks like someone just carved a drone off and put it on top. That's why I'm saying it doesn't look like a no shit like the conical rice hat. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. I can see why people think it, but it's very flat. You're not wrong. Not like again, I can see why people think that watercast or the towel wear it, but now we're talking about a specific water cat. We're talking about a specific cast of towel, and the watercast, as far as I'm aware, are never on a battlefield. Like once the shooting starts, they exfil out of there and leave the fire cast to do it. Yeah, but it is Asian touch. No, no, no. Again, I'm not. I'm not saying that what you're doing is wrong. I would like. I would be more amenable to it being a drone head, putting a drone head on top of a Tau head, than the conical traditional what we see in most rice paddies and rice farmers, all that stuff. Particularly like Southeast Asia, where it's like or southeast slash south, you know Asia, where it's I suspect that's by design, exactly for the reasons you bring up. Inspiration acknowledgement without being culturally offensive. Yeah, watercasts are the traitors and diplomats. But yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, oh, it really, I can see it. I just don't want to. My thing is, hairstone is like I don't. Just be careful when you make that particular hat. Don't make it to the point where it's a caricature and offensive. Yeah, when I have the hat, I'll build a drone. When I have to build a drone hat, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's still good. It still looks cool. I didn't know they had official art for it. That's wild. God, I need to take more water because I'm yawning and all that stuff. Damn it. Well, there goes that wheel. There we go. Fixed it. Some good progress tonight. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad I finished. I finished my Hydra. That's kind of a big hurdle. Finish the Hydra. Got that done. Oh, I see an error. I need to fix that. No, no, no. Oh, I almost lost it. Oh, you saw it. Y'all saw it. Y'all saw the recovery. Oh, I know. Actually, I know why. I know why I'm so tired. It's because I was being shot with a bunch of frickin' high powered x rays in order to um, see if my. Not quite done yet. Just want to take a small break. See if my migraines are caused by something else other than just my body hating me. Which is, as you can probably guess, is oh so fun when I have debilitating migraines that take me out. That'll do it. I wonder, so, because the thing is that, and the reason why I really wanted to get this MRI done is that if at all it's any bit burn pit related, buddy, I need to make that cash. Like, I need to make that cash. Because I was deployed to areas that had active burn pits. And you got me 100% fucked up. If if I'm not gonna try and get that money, especially if I really do have eligibility. That's your job. I quit. Well, so it wasn't it wasn't me that was burning stuff in the burn pits. They just happened to be there and happened to be functioning, and they were burning a lot of stuff. And for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, a burn pit is a pit that is filled with any sort of major flammable accelerant, and then you take whatever item you can think of, dead dog, um, papers, ammunition, confiscated weapons, you name it. You know, 9 times out of 10 it was contraband that people brought into the theater of operations, not the other way around. Um, but yeah, you name it, and because the Air Force owes the program, a lot of the Air Force bases established burn pits. There we go. Good Lord. I don't know why I'm so tired. No, I do know why. I need sleep. 2 years in Afghanistan was enough for a life. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of people didn't get the memo. Oh, man. The fact that I'm this tired is fucking criminal. Body count 5. Street. Guy 5. And who thanks a half year of psychologists. Yeah. Fucking facts. Alright. That's done. I make jokes about Kevin. No, I get it. I get it. Oh, man. Sorry. I'm just so freaking out of it. I think we're going to call it as soon as I'm done with these heavy bolters. Just because I cannot keep my eyes open and they're burning. And like I said, I did a lot today. We were kind of going through um, uh, finished the Hydra, and then then we finished the Lehman Russ. The Lehman Russ is good to go. Okay, there's that. It's all good. See you later. Have a good night. Sleep well. No, I'm not leaving just yet. Like I said, I'm going to try and finish this gold on the Lehman Russ and then clean up a little bit. And then I'll go to bed. We also did start late because, we had technical difficulties. There we go. It's 9 a.m. here. My name is I'll see you again. It's all right. Yeah, I'm just like I said. I want to do the final touches and make it nice and clean. GW has a huge opportunity of pulling a uh, get April Fools by announcing a big new release waves of Astrotarn. It'd be funny. It really would be if they ever did like a solid like April Fool's joke. That'd be hilarious. So many people would get up in arms over it. All right. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. Lehman Russ announcing Lehman Russ upgrade kit. Just panning across a bunch of tanks, then shows up with a Teeler Space Wolf Codex. That'd be funny. Alright, I'm gonna go get some more water as I am dying. I can't even. It's like I can't even keep my eyes open. Oh man, forgot that. Forgot that bit. I rethink my idea for the Honorat. Thanks for your opinion. Oh no, of course. I always love helping. Always love helping. I don't see anything wrong with it if GW made official artwork of it. I don't want what I don't want to have happen is you do it the stereotypical way and then a lot of people get upset about it. Okay. There we go. Oh, that's right. I gotta do blue for the glass. All right. Now that the lights are done, there we go. All right. We are gonna end it here. I am exhausted. My eyes are burning. Never paint when you're this exhausted because you'll make a bunch of mistakes and then you may have to redo it all. But yeah, I like how it turned out. I really do. Pictures will be up in the Discord a little later. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Um, yeah, that's a solid tank. Yeah. But anyway, hope you guys like what you saw and whatnot. And sorry I was like streaming late and I'm like petering out at the end because I'm just beat. And last week took a lot out of me. But I hope I could provide you with a palate cleanser and make sure that you guys enjoyed not just talking about the military, but enjoyed like your resume and like everything that was. Oh my lord, I am just babbling. But whoo, I'm tired. Imagine a lot done on my tick marine. Palate cleanser, that's what I mean. That's what I was talking about. Palate cleansing. Ooh. Oh, good man. Get some rest. Holy crap, Johnny. That's an amazing tech marine. Ooh, I like the heavy bolter on the back. Or maybe it's just a regular bolter, but that's still cool. That's a solid, solid tech marine, my dude. Anyway, Hydra will be up in the Discord. I wanted this stream to be a palate cleanser because this week, working with all the EPBs, not resumes, EPBs, was exhausting and a lot of, and I didn't get a break on Monday or Tuesday, which was my normal break day, and then, and whatnot. So I hope everyone enjoyed the palate cleanse. And then tomorrow, I think we're going to go into some games. I think we're going to do some games. I think that's what we're going to do. We're not going to do, you know, 40K paint night. I think it, I think we're going to do some games. I'm I might do 40K paint night if no one's down for games, but um, yeah, um, do that, and then um, yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow night, and then Sunday will be no streaming because I got to work, and then or I got to work Monday, and then Tuesday hopefully I'll be off, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday you guys can enjoy. But anyway, my name is Commissar Hecht. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Man, I am exhausted. Whoo. Anyway, great time chatting with all of you. I'm glad we're getting tanks done. Tanks done is good. Um, then yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.